That's a thing now. I
Yep.
love it.
You pointed it out. Now I'm conscious of it.
We should just all start doing it. Just to everybody, everybody turn away, turn away, turn away.
Oh,
3, 2, 1.
poor Gideon. That's the way.
All right. Welcome to Sister Sharpens Sister, another episode where we're just going to talk and have fun, and we are going to discuss our. Which way do I go?
That way.
Bucket list. I saw the
It
Sugar
looks like,
King and I had to buy it.
well, I was going to say that looks like
Royal King and I had to buy it.
it looks like a popcorn bucket.
To me, it looks like a KFC bucket.
Old KFC bucket.
Okay.
And
Well,
another reason I got it
that'll
is
work.
because there's a chicken on it,
Yeah.
and Dee Dee might like that.
Yeah, I do.
All right, I'm gonna turn you way up.
Yeah.
Okay, say something again.
Something again.
There you go. That's better. My name is Karen. This is,
Shalon.
and right there is,
And I'm Dee Dee.
yes. So bucket list. Do you ever wonder where the term bucket list came from?
No.
I did. So I looked it up.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's been quite a while back that I looked it up, but go ahead. I see if I can remember it.
Now, this is a Google search answer. The term bucket list is believed to have gained popularity through the 2007 movie of the same name, but its origin comes from the phrase of kick the bucket, which means to die, pass away. The phrase kick the bucket itself probably started when there were hangings and people would stand on buckets and they would kick the bucket. So that's probably where it came from.
Love
Okay. I wonder what kind of phrase we could do for, because sometimes they'll say that somebody bought the farm and that means they've died.
Right? Yeah.
Wonder what
I don't know.
They bought the farm means they died?
Yeah.
Yes.
You've never heard that?
No.
I get me and Dee Dee, we're old Dee Dee.
Grew up in Florida.
But you grew up with the same mother we did. So.
See?
Particularly in a military context. Text. Yeah, no.
Okay. Well,
That's a new one. I've never heard that.
okay. I did not know you had not heard that. So.
Oh, here, the origins are debated, but there are theories linking it to life insurance payouts or compensation for farmers whose land was damaged by military aircraft crashes. So if Tommy's flying in the airplane and he bought the farm, he crashed his plane on some farmer's land.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it now. Why my glasses not fit all of a sudden? They just keep wanting to go.
That's constant for me. I do my little like bewitched wiggle and it goes back up.
I can't stand to have my hair in my eyes. Okay, I'm sorry. Bucket list.
Did you like my breath? Okay.
I don't like the way I look without bangs. So, Dee Dee, you have anything exciting you want to do or anywhere you want to go?
Well, I thought about it, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 things, but within some of them, there's multiple things.
Right. Yeah, I understand.
Like I said, visit places I would like to visit.
All right.
Okay. And those are the Holy Land.
Oh, okay.
Scotland, Ireland, and England.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to include Wales in that. Don't skip Wales.
Right. Well, yeah, I kind of stopped writing because I'm like, okay, hold on. This is going to include a lot of places. So I'm going to say Northern Europe.
Oh, okay.
So Northern Europe, it's going to cover our heritage because I've kind of always been drawn to that when it comes to all the stories and everything.
Yeah.
And maybe it's an ancestral tie that draws me that way. I'm not sure. But I would also like to visit like some places in South America, like the ruins and places like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Our oldest son actually went to Peru on a youth trip with a church.
Right.
He got to go see Machu Picchu.
Yeah, Machu Picchu.
Yeah. And he said it was amazing.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
It does. But you know what else he
Well,
got to do that was really interesting and he was like excited to do?
What?
He ate guinea pig.
okay.
They eat guinea pigs down there.
Okay.
All right. You know where my brain went for some reason? Demolition Man.
Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rat.
Yeah.
This is a rat burger.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't because it's a rodent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a rodent. Well, I've had squirrel, and squirrels are rodents, and I liked it. So I can assume that maybe it's similar.
I don't remember tasting anything other than what I've had as an adult, and that was deer. So like
Yeah.
rabbit or squirrel, I don't know what they taste like.
Now, to me, rabbit is more palatable than squirrel was.
Okay.
I like both of them, but to me, if I'm recalling correctly, rabbit was a more of a sweeter taste
It was.
than the squirrel was, but I enjoyed both.
Yeah, the squirrel was like, to me, eating dark meat off of a turkey,
Yeah.
but gamey.
Yeah,
Really?
I would say, the squirrel was definitely more gaming. So,
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so Northern Europe, South America.
yeah. And there are some places here in the United States that I haven't seen that I would like. I would like to be on the Pacific Coast Highway, but I would never drive it. Otherwise, I'd be going 20 miles an hour going up the road. Shalon can vouch for this when we were traveling, getting on that part of the interstate. Was that 70, 75, 77, whatever it is, through Virginia?
Then Fancy Gap, Virginia.
Fancy Gap,
Yeah. It's stunningly beautiful, but you couldn't even see it. It was pitch black dark.
And you still freaked out.
And I still freaked out. But the thing is I didn't start freaking out until I saw out of the corner of my eye a light in somebody's house or something way down the hill. And then I freaked out, and I was going like 40 miles.
Yeah.
We just hurry up and get through it. Then I'm like, I can't. And then she goes, well, like, the minimum speed is at least 45. You're going 40. You're gonna get a ticket. So I went 45. So
Oh.
I would love to be on the Pacific Coast Highway with somebody else driving, because I would love to see that.
Maybe we can make that a girls' trip one summer.
Oh Lord. I guess who's driving? The one with the least experience. That's funny.
So yeah, so I would like to see that. I would like to see Washington State because of all the mountains and the.
I want to go rub elbows with Bigfoot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to go Bigfoot hunting?
Sure, why not?
That's actually what my youngest said.
Oh, okay.
She said, I want to go out in the Appalachian Mountains. I said, girl, you in the Appalachian Mountains?
Mhm.
And she says, no, I'm like out in the woods. I'm like, oh, okay. And she says, I want to see Bigfoot.
So yeah, so that's for as far as travels, that's what I would like to do. Yeah.
That's mostly what mine is travel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Like,
Well, mine includes more than travel, but travel is a big part of it.
yeah, go. What else you got?
Well, I would like to learn to, excuse me, to read and or possibly speak some ancient languages.
Ancient, not foreign, but ancient.
Yes, well, they would be foreign, but yes, ancient. Like Old English, Latin, Greek. What's that, Shalon?
I was just saying, give this as an example.
Oh, okay. Old English, Latin, Greek, Hebrew, cuneiform, including like the Sumerian form of it.
A lot of those are
Okay.
on Duolingo.
Well, okay, yeah. Duolingo though teaches you to speak it. I would like to be able to read it because I'd like to be able to see the pictures of those tablets and
They
go, "Oh,
They
I know what
show
that
you the
says."
characters
they
and
show
stuff.
the language too.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, do they?
yeah, you learn to speak it, but you also learn to read it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
when you're typing in, like they ask you to translate,
What they say.
I like cats
You know what?
into the
I
language,
I must
and
I
then
must have been doing that before they started letting you type in stuff because when I first was doing it, they didn't have all that stuff on it.
Oh, it's a whole lot more involved now.
yeah,
Okay.
and
Okay.
they'll count you off if you misspell things and everything. Don't put the accent
Okay.
over the right letter. Like, yeah, they've gotten
Okay.
detailed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I might look into it again then. Yeah, maybe that'll help me kick that one out of my bucket.
You'll have to you'll have to friend me and Shalon.
Okay. All right. My next one is to write a novel people will actually like reading, that they would like to read.
Oh, now I like how you quantified that.
Not just write a book, but like write a book that people want to read.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
A lot of books written,
And
not a lot of people have ever read.
them. Yeah.
well, yeah, there is. I mean, because people write books and novels all the time, and I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of them that the three of us have probably never even heard of.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
One of the places that I would like to go, which is not on my list here, would be the Library of Congress.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
I mean, to just wander around the book stacks and just
Yeah.
look at stuff. Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And coupled with that for me is to actually have the novel published, even if it's self-published, but you have to have it published if people are going to read it and want to read it. But that's kind of coupled all together. And then my last ones are kind of, it's two different ones, but they're kind of together because you would need to go to a museum to do these.
Okay.
One of them is to actually lay eyes on some bog bodies and an actual mummy, not go to a place and them say it's a mummy, but it may not actually be a mummy. To go somewhere to where you know for a fact it's an actual mummy, and some of the bog bodies. And then I would also like to see some masterpieces like Mona Lisa, The Last Supper, Girl with a Pearl Earring.
He wants to go to the Louvre. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I would, yeah. Because I remember when Shalon and I went to the Ringling Museum of Art, and I know I had never heard of this particular painting. I'm not sure if Shalon had or not.
Nope.
When we saw it, it was like, and it was like, it was all consuming.
It was emotional. Yeah.
It
Like,
was. It was
when we looked
emotional.
at
It
this
was all consuming.
painting,
It's called the what?
it was
Sorry.
absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it's called the Blue Madonna.
Yeah, you sent me a postcard of that.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah.
And there was a bench in there, and I think we even sat on the bench for a while, if I remember right. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sure did.
Yeah.
And I just
I've
can't.
seen it. I've seen pictures of that painting.
It
before.
wasn't until we saw that painting that I fully understood why they put benches in museums.
Yeah, yeah,
Why would you just want to sit and stare at a painting like that? But I got it at that point.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was all consuming. It was like that was our focus for I don't know how long. Because, like I said, I was pretty sure I remembered us sitting on a bench, not just standing in front of it. We actually sat on a bench.
Yeah, we did.
And
probably for
yeah,
15, 20 minutes. So we just sat there
right.
and talked about it and looked at a few other paintings that were close to it. But yeah,
Mhm.
it was amazing.
So I just, if that was my reaction to the Blue Madonna, which is not a masterpiece because it wasn't painted by one of the quote unquote masters, I just can't imagine what my reaction would be to one that was actually painted by one of the masters.
Mm.
So I think it might bring me to tears.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it. Artists do what they do to evoke those emotions out of people. So he succeeded, or she,
yes.
whoever the artist is for that. I have no idea.
I don't remember. I'd have to look.
And well, I mean, you would probably only have this kind of reaction if you were religious.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, some people who aren't religious have religious like experiences, though, when they do have a reaction to art.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Because it.
Carlo Dolci, Carlo Dolci. He is a lesser known 17th century Florentine painter.
So he's from from the era, just not as well known.
Yes, yes. He's from the same era as what's his name? Johannes Vermeer, who painted The Girl with the Pearl Earring.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I think that one was painted by him, I think 1665, I think. And the dates of the Blue Madonna, or I guess this is possibly whenever he was painting, the years he was painting, or I don't know, it doesn't say, it just says, it just gives a date. 1616 to 1687. So that may be his date of birth and date of death. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's from that same period.
So kind of contemporaries, but not really.
Yes.
Which one on your list? Oh, are you finished with your list?
Yeah, I was going to say that's all I have on my list. Yeah.
Okay. Well, which one on your list is most attainable? What could you actually work towards? Because that's the whole purpose of having a bucket list, is to tick things off, right?
Well, publishing a novel, writing it and publishing it.
Yeah.
And second to that, I would say learning to read and or write an ancient language. Oh, I've got one more on there. I forgot. Number 1, see the Northern Lights. And actually go there to see them, not just see a little bit of them because we're getting some of them in Tennessee. Right. I mean, actually go there and see them.
Yeah.
so there's that. But the book and the ancient languages. Yeah.
Well, I encourage you to do that.
Well, I'm working on the book.
I was going to say she's working on the book.
Yeah. And
yeah.
You know, maybe you and your husband can go on a cruise to Alaska.
Maybe.
And that would be your Northern Lights, right?
Yep.
If you go far north. But when you're cruising, it's during the summer. So the Northern Lights aren't during the summer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we take a plane to somewhere in Alaska during the winter months. I'm not sure who would want to do that. I mean, I'll freeze him to death when it comes to the winter times here. So I can't imagine how he would be suffering in Alaska during the winter.
Now, I've really heard, though, that it's different.
Unless you're up. Alaska. Yeah. Unless you're up in the way north, it's not that much different than the continental US.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Well, you remember when my sister lived in Juneau, that she said it was a lot like West Virginia weather.
Right. Especially that part of it, because that's
right real close to Washington.
It's right on the Washington.
What? Sorry, Canada.
Okay.
We just cut that out.
But it's right on the water, and that actually helps, warm things up.
Yeah, because you got the currents coming in and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I still think he'd be complaining about it, though.
Maybe. I think my husband would be complaining about the cold, too.
Buy him some good insulated underwear.
I'm going to tell him, all right, babe, you need to be taking your hunting gear with you, your cold weather hunting gear. And you wear it all the time.
All the time.
Even inside the cabin, you wear it all the time.
One of the things that I want to do is I want to go see the Grand Canyon. And Dee Dee's already done that. But I want to do like the hiking and the mule rides.
Okay. If you're going to do a mule ride, you need to schedule it well in advance of going.
Yes. Well, that's one of the things that it mentions whenever you go look at it, is that you need to schedule it way in advance.
Yes.
Because the one that I would want to take is from the South Rim that goes all the way down into the canyon itself. And you stay down there at, what's the name of this? Phantom Ranch. Well, Phantom Ranch
sounds scary.
It does, but reservations for Phantom Ranch are done by an online lottery, which sucks. And at the time, now that's just for the stay at the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time that we're recording right now, they are taking lottery submissions for June of 2026. And this is April of 2025. So that's more than a year away.
Yeah.
That you have to put your name into a lottery, and they don't notify you until 30 days ahead of time whether or not you've won. So if you're somebody that has to put in way advance for your vacation,
yeah, it's gonna be hard for you to do if you're gonna stay there at least.
That's messed up.
That is messed up. But the mule rides are available at any time, unless they're doing construction or they're working on the trails or something like that. So you can like ride around the rim. You can go down into the canyon and back up, which they says like 6 hours.
Did you even look in the canyon, Dee? Like,
yeah, I did.
You walked out of the glass?
No, I did not do that.
There's no way. They'd have to like drag her out there.
Yeah. Kicking and screaming, by the way. I did go, the tour that I was on didn't take us to all the places. And I don't think the glass walk was actually there at the time.
Oh, okay.
It may have been in construction, but I don't think it was to the point to where people could go out on it.
Right, okay.
But I did go up to the edge and look, and it's mesmerizing. It is.
I would just like to see it, because to me that is like one of God's wonders.
Yes. I'll tell you what, it's aptly named because it is grand. Yes.
Oh, they have national forest trail rides too.
Mm-hmm.
That you can go through the national forest that is there instead of like down into the canyon. Cool. Which I thought was cool. And there's a road.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, I didn't write it down. There is a road that they actually close off during a certain time of the year, like during the summer, for no motorized vehicles at all, because it's for walking and bike rides and for the mules and horses.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So it's only available for motorized vehicles in December, January, and February. And the rest of the year, it's like foot traffic, which I thought was neat. But see, look at these pictures. And I'm going to put pictures on the screen.
Okay.
But doesn't that look awesome? That looks awesome to me. Here's the kicker, though. Ready? You cannot weigh over 200 pounds, fully clothed, and do any of the mule rides.
Yeah, you also cannot be afraid of heights.
Right. You have to be 4'9". You have to be at least 9 years old, and anybody under the age of 18 has to have an adult with them. Which is, that's typical. That's what makes sense, right? So see, the lottery system. Please note that the dormitories
would not do this.
They have cabins and dormitories on the Phantom Ranch. And the dormitories are actually closed right now, and they don't have a date for them to reopen because they are redoing them. And somewhere that is close to the Grand Canyon, like Dee Dee was talking about doubling up on hers, right? Like going to Europe. That's more than doubling up if you're going to go to Europe and see a bunch of different That's what you need, Dee Dee, is like the Viking cruise, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Do the Viking cruise and see the Northern Lights from Norway.
Yeah. And that would work. Yeah, I don't have to go to Alaska.
No, you don't. No. Another place that I would like to go is the Redwood Forest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Out west?
Yes. Yes. Did you know that some of those trees are estimated to be over 4,000 years old? And there are trees there, just simply from me saying 4,000 years old, older than Cleopatra. we have friends that went out. They get a national park pass every year because that's what they like to do. They're both retired school teachers. They like to travel and go to the national parks. Well, they went there, and the tour guide took them up to this tree and told them that the tree was like 3,700 years old and was there before Cleopatra was ever born.
Wow.
Just imagine that.
Yeah.
A tree that's that ancient.
Yeah.
And if it hadn't been for the National Forestry Service that had been put in, and National Park Service, we probably wouldn't have any of these trees left because they were
probably not.
Them all down.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? And that's a masterpiece I would like to see. That forest, the redwood forest.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, one of the other things that I forgot to mention about the Grand Canyon is that if you don't want to drive to the Grand Canyon and mess with the holiday traffic or the holiday season traffic, I guess I should say, like people on vacation or trying to find a place to park, 60 miles away, there is a town called Williams, Arizona, that you can ride the Grand Canyon Railway. And it's about a 2-hour trip that will take you to the Grand Canyon. And you can stay there for 6 hours and catch the train back.
That would be awesome.
Right? So not only do you get to see the wonders of nature, but you get to ride a big metal beast.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other thing, like I said, like my bucket list is trips because I want experiences, right?
Okay.
One of the things that my husband and I have started doing is that we are ticking things out of this book.
Oh, okay.
And these are 100 things to do in the state of West Virginia before you die. A lot of the ones in this book we've already done. Like eat a hot dog at Hillbilly Hot Dogs, go to a WVU game, go to a Marshall game.
You've been to a WVU game?
I've been to several WVU games.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yes. I've been to several Marshall games. Yeah. Some of the ones that we've not done out of this book that I really want to do, and I got some homemade tabs here to pull out, is you can stay in a European reminiscent inn that is called the Bavarian Inn, and it's in Shepherdstown, which is northeast from where I am. They have excellent food, but they've got all different kinds of rooms. They have chalet rooms that have balconies. They have manor views that have gas fireplaces and whirlpool tubs. And they've also got just your standard rental hotel room. But that would be something that I would really like to do. It's German looking.
Yeah.
One of the other ones is to go to the Salt Cave and Spa.
Yeah.
Pomona.
I can get on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
What it says, okay, the description. Sit in a relaxing chair after stepping in and walking across the salt bed. You'll feel the weight of the world easing from your shoulders. The Halo therapy session is 45 minutes of relaxation and soothing music to complete the experience. Next door, there is a spa that offers various spa treatments for couples and singles. They also have a cafe, so you can spend your whole day there. Which I think that sounds amazing.
Sure.
That's definitely like a girls' weekend.
All right. Now, what was this one for? Oh, this would be so cool. And we should do this. And Dee Dee, you come and do it with us too. They have, where did it say this was? More than 60 rail trails in West Virginia. The Greenbrier River Trail is approximately 78 miles. It runs parallel to the Greenbrier River. And instead of it running trains right now, it's got those little cars on it that you sit and you pedal. And you can go look at things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to look at things.
That would be cool.
That's one of the things that I want to do. Another one is go to Moundsville. I discussed this during one of our Halloween episodes. Moundsville, or the West Virginia Penitentiary, was built around 1876, and it's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in the United States. But the DOJ called it the one of the top 10 most violent correctional facilities. And during Halloween, they do like an escape room where they challenge you to actually escape from the pen.
Oh,
that does not sound like fun to me.
No, really, I was thinking,
the last time I went to Kentucky and saw our oldest daughter,
okay,
we did an escape room for.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember.
My grandson wanted to do an escape room with the family, and we had a blast. We didn't get out. We let 2 minutes. That's all we needed was 2 minutes, but it was escaping from a jail. That was the escape room that he wanted to do. Now, my husband probably wouldn't want to do this next one because he doesn't like Jim Justice, and Jim Justice is the guy that owns the Greenbrier Resort. But the Greenbrier Resort is supposed to have one of the best spas and massage experiences in the state of West Virginia.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Yeah. So would I like to go here? Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. Not only that, but you can tour the hidden bunker.
Yeah.
That, they built for the government just in case crap hit the fan.
Right.
And if you
go
the
Cold
War, yeah. If you go at the right time, the front of the Greenbrier is full of tulips.
Yes.
Full of tulips. So yeah, that would be amazing. Now, in addition to this book, we've got our own list. And we've done several of these things. Like we have gone to Secret Sandwich Society, one of the best restaurants in Southern West Virginia.
It is quite good.
We've eaten at Bahnhof, which is up in Huntington. It is a German restaurant.
Okay.
Excellent. I know that's Italian, but whatever.
Chef's kiss.
See the Mothman statue. I touched his butt.
And you touched his butt. That's exactly what I was going to say.
That I did. And you mentioned mummies. One of the things on our list is to go see the Philippine mummies.
Oh, yeah.
You know about those?
Yeah, I'd forgotten about them, but yeah, you said that, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
That'd work for mummies. Yeah.
So come on, we'll go see the mummies. The last one for me is, I've got chills just thinking about it. Look. This summer, during the week of my birthday, my husband is taking me to Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He found a cabin that's like 20 miles away, and we're going to go up there and spend 5 days and 4 nights, and we're going to go on a tour.
Nice.
And I'm so excited. I think I say that every time I bring it up.
Yeah, you do.
But I'm going to be sure to take a lot of pictures, and
yeah.
I've got a couple little things that I'm going to take with me, and
take like a real camera too.
A real camera that uses film?
Yes, instead of a digital one.
So like one of those.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they still make those?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, okay. They do.
All right.
And you can still get them developed, but you got to send it off.
And that's.
Yeah. Although I think you can still go to like Walgreens and do it.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Walmart. You can send them off from Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just don't do it in-house anymore, I don't think.
No, I don't know if anybody does it in-house anymore. But yeah, I mean, that's what we used to do when we were kids, Dee Dee, right? You took, unless you had the Polaroid instant and you stood there and shook it, or you put it under your arm, or
yeah, that was the ones.
That's what
that was the ones that you had to peel off, though.
Yeah,
you had to peel off. It was the Polaroid didn't start off with just spitting out the picture, and then you just did this and it would develop. It started off, you had to peel it off from its developing solutions and everything.
Yeah.
And if you put it under your arm, it made it warm up, and apparently it made it develop better or faster or
faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mother used to put them under her arm. She'd stick it under her arm and she'd take another picture. And then she'd take that one out and put that one out. And you wait a few minutes and you peel the thing off and you've got your picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Your negative is within the part that you peel off.
Okay.
Now the sad thing is I think most people then did not realize that and they just threw them away.
Yeah.
But that's where your negative is inside that.
All right, yeah. Real camera. I'll have to remember that. So what is it you would like to do?
Well, I had a hard time with this because I don't have a bucket list. It doesn't matter. Yes, I would love to go to Scotland. That would be super amazing. Go to the Isle of Skye. I wrote down to see the Northern Lights, Dee Dee. I would, but I would much rather take Mother on a cruise to Alaska.
Oh yeah, I think she'd like that.
She has always talked about wanting to go there. So
she's also talked about wanting to go to the Grand Canyon too.
Has she?
And today on the phone, she talked about wanting to go to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, she's talked about that too. Like she wanted to go to the Smithsonian.
Yeah. She's always, when me and Dee Dee were little, she kept trying to get Dad to take us to.
That's what she said.
Yeah, the Smithsonian one summer instead of going camping.
Yep.
And he was like, no.
Yeah. She said that's something that Tim and I should do with the girls. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll write that down.
That's not too far from here, actually.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, mileage-wise, driving, yes, but, as the crow flies, not very.
She said 6 hours.
It's about 6 hours, yeah.
Driving.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, that's not a big deal. If something's under 10 hours, I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. See, the interesting thing is that people don't realize how close parts of West Virginia is to DC. But when Karen and I were little girls, they would fly certain types of planes so low into the mountains where we grew up that the windows in the house would shake. Yes. And we'd always ask Dad, why are they doing that? And he would tell us, they're trying to see about flying under the radar. Because you got to remember now, this was during the Cold War. So they were testing radar and everything through the state of West Virginia by flying their jets and planes really, really low. And they would fly so low that the whole house would shake.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. There's certain parts of West Virginia, too, that are no-fly zones because of the things that the military has here. And also like there's like a big satellite thing here.
Green Bank Observatory.
Yeah.
Yes, that's also that's on our list. The one that we made.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, West Virginia is kind of obscure in most people's minds, but
when you get to looking, I mean, like this is a list. This is 95 things, and we've added 3 more. And this book right here is 100 things. So. I mean, if you did one thing a day, that's almost a full year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't overlook West Virginia when you're thinking about vacation spots.
Right?
Yeah. No, don't.
You're into things like nature and history.
Yes.
West Virginia is rich in history.
Very much.
Oh, yeah.
But I actually looked up how to make a bucket list.
Ooh, that's some good information.
And it basically said to brainstorm things that you enjoy doing.
Okay.
Along with maybe things that you'd like to learn how to do. So on my search, it actually suggested to put skills on your bucket list.
Now that would be good. That's like what Dee Dee mentioned with the
languages. Yeah. So I put down some skills of metalworking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to, make a spoon, make a knife, make a fork, make a sword.
I was going to say, let's make a sword.
Dagger. That would be really cool. And that kind of goes into our heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Because we're Smiths.
Right?
Yes.
Dad was a welder.
And we are the daughters of a coal miner.
Yep. So I wrote that down and I was like, okay, yeah, I could get into that. I could do that. Farming, period.
I mean, I think I pretty much know how to do that.
Well, yeah, but I don't have any real world experience. I've grown flowers in Florida.
Not the same as plants.
But it's not the same as, growing my fruits and vegetables. And I mean, we had an orange tree in one of the homes that we had in Florida, but it grew itself. Like, God took care of that. Like, there was nothing we did.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than enjoy the really good oranges.
Oh, we went to Tractor Supply this weekend, and they actually have plants in pots that say that you can put them outside or inside. And they had things like lemon trees, grapefruit trees. So if you're interested when you get moved in, there you go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was thinking of something that I would actually be able to do.
Right.
Because I don't know if I'll actually be able to go to Scotland one day. But that was one of the things I wrote down, was to garden flowers that I've never gardened before, and fruits and vegetables, being able to sustain my family.
Yeah.
But then I also wrote down, farming as far as like animal husbandry, being able to know how to take care of certain kinds of animals. And I wrote down chickens, goats, and rabbits, because there's a return on investment, particularly with smaller animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a smaller investment and a greater.
Right. You've got the Angora rabbits, you can sell their hair. You've got goats that you can also sell hair of, and milk.
And goat cheese. Don't forget goat cheese.
Exactly. Goat cheese. Goat soap is a big thing nowadays, right? So, and of course, chickens for eggs and meat.
Right. Well, you can raise feeder rabbits as well.
Well, yeah, but I thought, for the sake of my children.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
But then one thing I did write down was a skill that I would like to learn, and this would be something that you have to keep learning, is survival skills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's definitely a good skill set to have.
Exactly. Being able to go out in the woods.
Yeah, forage,
look at a tree and be like, all right, this is where I can cut it to get it to fall this way. And this is how I'm going to, just break the whole thing down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a skill that I should have put on my list, because I've actually come this close to buying the stuff from online to do this. Glass cutting. Glass cutting and etching.
You know what? One of the things that I would like to learn how to do is to blow glass.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But I'm thinking about like old bottles, like old glass bottles. You could probably go to a restaurant and buy all of their wine bottles from them and bring them home.
Stained glass,
Huh?
Oh yeah, that's what that
stained glass. Yeah, I would like to learn that just because.
But so the house that we're the people who own it, somebody, I think it, I don't know. I think
it's the woman, because her name is what was on the ribbons and stuff.
Yes. She does glass work.
Oh.
And there's actually we have a stained glass in the front of the house.
Yeah, at the entryway.
Oh.
It's a set of cardinals.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's funny that you say you want to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's connected.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So the same thing I asked Dee Dee, and I didn't ask myself this because I'm getting ready to go do Trans-Allegheny.
Okay.
What can you do?
Well, literally the farming stuff.
Okay.
And, go to DC with the girls.
There you go. Okay. I encourage you to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole point of a bucket list is to tick things off and, have it somewhere that if you have an actual physical list, keep it somewhere where you can see it. and not just
Yeah.
things in the back of your mind, because you'll forget. You'll be busy with other things. But
Yeah.
see this list and we're like, oh, is there something we could do on here this weekend? We don't have anything to do this weekend. Or look up a person that teaches blacksmithing.
Well, that's another thing that when I looked up how to make a bucket list, it said to do that. It said, you need to look at your list and break it down. All right, what can I achieve in the next 3 months? What can I achieve in the next 6 months? What's going to take me 5 years to get to?
Yeah.
My novel's going to take me 5 years. Feels like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I might be able to go to Scotland in 5 years, but who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll get it. I have faith in you.
Yeah. I'm getting there, and I'm looking up stuff and doing research. And because sometimes if I get so overwhelmed with all of the crazy stuff in my head, I'll completely vacate. Sometimes I'm like, no, just go online and do some research about some stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
One thing to note is that your autograph is not your signature.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
You don't want to, whenever you are signing, if you sign a book, you don't want that to be your signature like you would put on a check.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
An autograph and the signature are not the same thing.
Oh, good call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what are we talking about next week, y'all?
We're off because I'm moving.
Oh, that's right. Next week will be adventures in moving.
I hate moving.
Yeah. Oh, and it's Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Yeah. So we'll be off moving and Easter. And then on the 27th, we will be recording and hopefully releasing on the 28th.
I'll
Dee Dee's fun episode.
Yeah, there you go. I'll maybe we'll order some Bob Evans and have Easter dinner at your new house. That way I don't have to worry about cooking.
So there you go. All right. Well, I mean, that is all we've got. Just talking about a bucket list. And yeah, get up off your butt and kick your bucket. No, not literally.
No. Get up off your butt and kick some of those things out of your bucket. That way you will have done them.
There you go. Yeah. And get outside of your four walls and expand your mind, with experiences. Because that's what I want, experiences. Not things. I got all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really want things either. I mean, I want experiences, but I also want knowledge. I want to learn stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, off next week, Easter.
Okay.
Shalon's move. Happy Easter to everybody.
Yes, happy Easter.
Go to church.
Yep.
Have a good dinner or lunch. Color Easter eggs if you want. Go hide those. And Dee Dee will be back the following week.
Write down where you hide them. That way you don't forget.
Well, if you use real eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, we got stories.
Yeah.
What is that smell?
Right. Right. I can't tell you how many times we were hiding eggs at Mama's house and we'd lose one. And like 2 weeks later, we'd come back and it'd be like, ew, what died? Mama would say, so I found an Easter egg.
Yep. There's a phrase my husband uses to describe some people. As being not really knowing what's going on or, stuff like that. He says they're as lost as last year's Easter egg.
That's funny.
I like that. I like that. I'm going to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I said that was a new one. I've not heard that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, he comes up with some of them that I'm like, oh, good grief. But yeah. As far as the next episode we're recording, our little thing is we always learn something new. And I guess we're going to learn if we can do a variety type show or not.
Oh, gosh.
Experimentation.
Yes.
That's what we're going to find out whenever we come back. All right. Well, we'll talk to you in chat, Dee Dee.
I'm nervous.
Okay.
And see you in 2 weeks. We're not going to, there's no prize.
Well, yeah.
No, that's no prize. I'm not going to grade you or anything. I'm going to either laugh or not laugh.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Okay.
I love
I'm going to
you.
go peel eggs. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my goodness.